Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and I'm here for Scrapbook Boutique, and today I have a quick tip for you. I'm going to be making a card as well and using these really cute Gerda Steiner Designs stamps. It's called Alien Invasion, and this is a new set of stamps for me. They're from Old to New and they're called the halftone circles. And my quick tip today is how to prep a stamp, and there's lots of different ways that you can do it. New stamps act differently depending on the type of stamp, the type of ink, the type of cardstock. Everything can make a difference, so it is just a matter of playing. So I've done nothing to these stamps, just taken them off the packaging, added the ink and stamped, and this is my normal cardstock. And if you can see that, that's in the bamboo ink. I probably didn't pick the best stamps to show this with, but you can see that it's not actually got the best coverage. It looks okay, but if I use that stamp a few more times, it will probably be stamped heaps better. So here's my tip: use an eraser. It's just a cheap everyday eraser. There's nothing fancy about this, and I'm just kind of wiping it all lightly all over the stamp, and then if you actually feel the stamp afterwards, you can feel that it's different. Now I'm going to stamp it in the same colour, but I did decide to go for the bigger ink pad because it was easier. And this stamp, yeah, I just dropped it and got ink on my finger. I'm sorry. So I just am going to add a touch more over that side, otherwise it wouldn't look right. But anyway, the only difference here is I've actually prepped the stamp with the eraser, and can you see the difference? It's a lot crisper result. Lots of different ways to prep stamps. This is just one, and this is the one it's my go-to prepping stamp technique for the moment, and it seems to work the best out of any of the other options that I've tried, like using Versamark ink first, stamping it 100 times first, all those other options. Alright, so now let's get on with making the card. I'm actually working straight on the card front, so it's a top fold card, and I've got it opened up using the stamps that I've prepped earlier, and three different colours that I think go really well together. They're Old to New inks. It's the Bamboo, Orange Cream and Ocean Waves, and I'm just stamping out a basic pattern in the lower left corner of the card front and keeping it very clean and simple. And this is going to be the background for my design. I've stamped out this little fella from the Alien Invasion set in some Memento Tuxedo Black and colouring him with some Copics today. He has rolls, but I wanted him to have more rolls. So what I've done is come in with my darkest marker first, or second. I did the light first so that I got some highlight there, but then I decided to come in with the darkest marker and add some extra rolls, and then I can work backwards with my shading. They're just all the YG family here, and I'll have the markers listed off to the side so you can see which colours I used. But basically I just kept blending until I was sort of happy with the design and the rolls. Isn't he cute? I did actually probably remove a little bit too much colour at a couple of points, so that was easy fix though. I could just come back in with the darker colour and re-add the details. There's so many really cute little creatures in this stamp set. I'm going to have to do a little scene, I think. It's even got a spaceship. I thought, it's an older stamp set, I think. I'm not sure, but it's the first time I've ever used it. So I did prep my stamp with the eraser, and it worked well. Some stamps just stamp well anyway. It depends on your cardstock and what ink you're using, but if you are having trouble, this is just one trick that I thought I'd share, that I learnt from some of the fabulous people on the internet, and sorry, I can't remember who they were, but you know who you are, and I just want to say thank you very much. It's a game changer. What else am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm still colouring, and I do fussy cut this little creature out as well. I don't share that in today's video because it was more about just prepping stamps and making a quick card. There are a couple of really cute smiles in the set as well, but I decided just to use my black marker and actually add in my own smile, as well as just darken up the eyes, because if you know Memento Tuxedo Black, it's not the blackest black. It's awesome ink, but it doesn't stamp as black as I'd like sometimes. The sentiment comes from the same set, and I've only got a big block that's going to fit it, so here's a trick. Add a second stamp to the block, make sure it's clean, and then stamp, and you're less likely to rock the image and get a smudged up into sentiment. I'm going to die cut this out with the MFT. This is the rectangle word window frames, and that's a mouthful. And I'm just going to run that through my die cutting machine, and this die gives you the center portion as well as a window frame and there's like 3 in the set, and they're really cool. So I die cut it a second time with some really cool MFT paper. This is from the Black and White Basics pad. I just had to have this paper pad. If you've seen it, like it just has every kind of black and white pattern that you could ever want. I'm doubling up the design paper on some cardstock because I'm going to just sort of hang it over the edge of the card, and it will just give it a little bit more support. Using my matte medium to do that, and then I decided to pop up the center sentiment, so I die cut it again in some fun foam, adding some matte medium again, and then I can just pop that on top, and that way my sentiment is actually going to sit higher than the window frame, and I just thought that'd be fun. I'm using my matte medium to adhere the frame again to the front of the card. I'm focusing everything down in that lower left corner. Like I said, a real quick and easy and simple design. I think this would make a really great children's or men's card. If you know a man that you think would like an alien card, I do. Added some score tape to the back of the popped up sentiment. Some fun foam, no, not fun foam, some foam squares to the back of my little alien. And that's my finished card for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll have everything linked below in the description, or head on over to Scrapbook Boutique to find heaps more. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.